my name's Ken Finnan, and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage, that's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed, no fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner, maybe talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through. Maybe the day before, make sure you go over it like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take two. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, STC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it. Or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit, okay? And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos, join my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I'm sorry, I had to fucking cut it off because I can't believe how many fucking people passed. I'm gonna have nobody left. Holy crap. This is a fucking insane. It's insane.
Isn't this the goal?
I can't believe it. What?
Isn't this the goal?
I know. I'm trying to put myself, but it's crazy. I mean, I can't believe how many people fucking passed. I'm flabbergasted. Okay. My guests have been flabbered. Okay. Now, this is awesome. I had to cut this thing off early because I'm reading this shit. I mean, look at this. I'm going to play me Edgar, Satish, Sophie, we're going to talk. Aaron and Dominique. Unfucking believable. And then we got Small Town on here. Fucking A. I mean, Aaron and Dominique were part of this. It's fucking insane. So let's have a little fun first. Now, I'm even going to do after. I'm going to do all my little fucking plugs after this shit. This has been a good motherfucking week. I think last week, we had 5 women who were on the balls of that, literally on the fucking brink of being fired. Literally last fucking shot. Every one of them. And they all fucking pulled it off. Leah, Aaron, Dominique, Alexa, who may or may not be on it. Do you remember Alexa with the million questions? That was her. She was on here. And then all that fucking shit. Unbelievable. Okay. First of all, Edgar. Nice Irish name. I like that. Hold on. I'm going to stick to something that maybe you understand the words. That is outstanding, Edgar. That is awesome. I love it. Now, everyone who passed, if you saw anything, I don't want questions. Did anything surprise you? That's what I'm trying to find out. Did anything surprise you? And by the way, Edgar, I appreciate it. This is the only night. Tuesdays and Thursdays, the only time that I go, I'm the greatest. I try to be pretty humble the others 5 days of the week. Okay, that is outstanding. Satish. Okay, so here's my quick question before I play some fucking music for you. Now, I'm telling you right now, first of all, focus on reading. Yeah, my videos will help. You passed. That's awesome. Congrats. Focus on reading. The next test, focus. And Sophie, we will get to you. I promise you. You're not a fucking bozo. I promise you that. Okay? We're going to get there. Okay. Hold on. Let me play something for him. This is a new one. That's how we feel, baby, when we pass. Fucking freedom, baby. I fucking love it. I have a few. My whole new theme for this shit is you're breaking free of the chains. Okay. Sophie will get you, but I'm not going to be a downer yet. I'm going to go nuts. Okay. Aaron, who's going to come? Who is going to visit? My cousin has a birthday party in Rockaway in September. I'm probably going to invite you too. It's a big drunk fest, right? So, I mean, it's Irish people in Rockaway. What do you think, right? I have a feeling I'll be sleeping on the beach somewhere. I invited her because she lives out there too. Jeff, you're going to come. This is a person, she played goalie in lacrosse. So she was getting balls shot at her all day long. That's what she said. She's fucking never fucking stopped. She never gave up. And she's creating a very emotional video for me that it's a tearjerker. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it at that. She's making that for me. But she deserves, let's see what this one is. Oh, this is the people I talk about all the time. Oh, fuck. That is my favorite. Aaron, you got my favorite shit. I wanted to go see them in concert, but they broke up.
Did they really?
Yeah, it's just a guy, Hauser, by himself. He does the same shit. But they are, I mean, the first time I saw them, they came out with like classical music and then fucking dropped that fucking beat. And it was just fucking awesome. Okay. But I'm addicted to those guys. Aaron, that is outstanding. We got, hold on. Small town. I wish I really had John Cougar Mellencamp for you, but I don't. This is outstanding. Listen, everyone says that, right? Oh, yeah, I wouldn't have done it without you. Yes, you would have. You fucking did the work. All I did was help you a little bit. I cleaned up a couple things. You would have gotten there on your own. 100% you would have got there on your own. And I'm sorry if you guys have questions, put them in there now while I'm doing the fucking crazy shit. Put those questions in there now while we're doing the crazy shit. Is this a good one?
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance.
That one might get me booted. Okay, so now that's awesome. I may get a copyright strike for that one. And then we got one more. Guys, look at that. Ashley, all the group, Liz, Hannah, Ashley, everyone over the last month has been banging out this test. I have all new people on the Friday night groups. I have all these new people. Everyone's done. Now, what's cool is that my 7 o'clock class, they have till 9:30. They're all dropping to the 6 o'clock because they're now moving to the next exam. It's outstanding. I fucking love it.
Two things.
What?
Another person passed. Laura passed. Lara.
Okay, let me get there. I got one more person to do, and then I'll find Laura.
Also, there's a surprise comment about the exam that you like. I know you like to comment.
Oh, good. Okay. Dominique. Now, this is the thing. Dominique, she has to get the 7, the 66, and the 24. Just like Mike LaRosa, it took her 4 times. But this is another one. This is like Leah, the super women that I talk about. She has kids. And she's pulling, she has this, she has to manage a team at work all day, study this thing. She gets so nervous. I think my lesson with her on Saturday, the couple of days before, was less about, because she knew her shit, is to making sure she didn't jump off a ledge. But she was like very nervous, and I can tell that. But even then, I watched, she was ripping apart my questions. And guys, anyone who's taken the 7, find my video where I take the 7 online, the last one, like maybe 3 weeks ago. I think it's called Are You Ready? It will help you a ton for the 7. I'll just leave it at that. But hold on. Dominique gets something. Hold on. We get to dance with her.
Go. Oh, cha-cha-ching-ching. Here come the hot stepper. I'm the lyrical gangster. Excuse me, Mr. Officer.
Okay, one more. I think we got Laura. Gun. We missed that one. Holy shit. Bebo. Okay. Now, here we go. Which exam? Gunner? I'll give this one. Boom. Okay. I think we got one more, right? Bebo! Welcome on a while ago. Okay. Hold on.
There's a bunch.
You said there's one more, right?
Bunch.
Lara. The 66. That is a beast of a test, right? Boom. Thank you. Here, she even put her surprises in there. That is awesome. I love that shit. Okay.
Gotta get that. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta.
Boom, baby. That is outstanding. Now, what surprise? Okay. Oh, okay. So now, this is interesting. So a couple questions, right? So Lara, I'll bring those, the CE stuff, right? Yeah, we always talk. The CE one is always on the 66. I'm going to bring that up Thursday for sure. But Edgar, right. So the fund of funds is basically a mutual fund that owns hedge funds. So it like lets us normal schmucks buy into hedge funds, right? Like a BDC is not the same thing, but it's kind of like a hedge fundy thing. So a fund of funds is a mutual fund that owns hedge funds. Now, there also are fund of funds where hedge funds own other funds, but that's not what we're talking about. This allows normal people to buy into hedge funds. The problem is you got to be somewhat sophisticated. It's higher risk. And here's the other problem. It's double fees. Not only are you paying the hedge fund 2 and 20 shit, you're paying the management fees. So you're paying a lot of fucking fees on this shit. Okay. Now we're going to get to this stuff. Okay, hold on. Freedom, baby. Freedom. Okay. Oh, look at this. Carrie, baby. I love it. Carrie Driver. I got to start making a bigger list of music that matches names and shit like that. But she's going to, you know where she's going to drive to? Boom, baby. Okay, let me get back to some stuff. Now, freedom, baby. I love it. That's awesome. Okay, let's see. The education plan, see all that shit. For anyone who passed the 7, you guys, when you go to the 66, we talk about the continuing ed shit all the time. Okay. Matthew. Okay, let me get back to some of the questions. People will be like, I fucking asked a question 20 minutes ago. Okay. Now, Bebo, let us know. Do you got any questions? Bring them on. Everyone start putting questions in there. This was such a great fucking week. I mean, it was amazing how many, I think I had one person missed. Okay. And Sophie, I will get to, I promise. I had one person who missed, and I had 2 people who are like, flip a coin, and they passed. Aaron and Dominique were not my coin flippers. Alexa, who I told her, she was good, but it was like if she could have gotten her own way. And I did that. I think I told Dominique the only way she failed is if she fucked herself over. Like Aaron's the same way. It's such an emotional fucking ride, right? This shit is so emotional and so draining. And this is the problem. I see how dentists get suicidal, because literally my day, luckily I don't give a shit about a lot of stuff, but it's stressful waiting to hear people when they pass.
To a dentist.
What?
You're comparing this to a dentist.
Well, I mean, it's like nobody wants to see you, right? Like I see everyone at their worst. Like I guarantee Eric, Dominique, Satish, when I teach these people, I guarantee they're all great people, but with me, they're all like it's like they're stressed.
But look at all the people that are coming back to thank you. Do you think
No, I get that. 100% I get that. I get that. But it's just like it's a fucking, like Mike LaRose, a goddamn roller coaster. Like every day I get a text from him, either give me the finger or being I got a 75 or an 80. Okay. Now let me get into this. Edgar, I am so happy for you. Now, Satish, great feedback. Okay. We're gonna you're gonna rock this thing. Okay, you are. Okay. Now, Sophie, sorry to take so long to get to you, but we have to let you see. So we're gonna make you manifest this shit. Okay. Now, okay. So now, well, here's the thing. So that's fine. Okay. Don't worry about that. So your highest score. So here's my recommendation. First, remember the test does not define you. I can't say that enough. This test, the fact that I pass it on the first shot all the time doesn't make me smart. Maybe I'm lucky. I don't know. So you could have got an unlucky test. You do have to beat the suitability. Now, here's the bigger thing. The 7 is a hard goddamn test. You need to suck it up. Take a couple. Was it today? Okay, I don't know when, but you need to take a couple of days off, reset, refresh, all that shit. And remember, this is my thing. It's a 30-day problem in a 20-year career. You have to think that way. It is both a short time to suffer and a long time to study. So your job right now is to go back and reread the book. I'm going to give you, anyone who fails a 7, when you reread it, I'm going to tell you what chapters not to read. When you fail a 7, I want you, don't reread options, don't reread margin, don't reread DPPs. Who gives a fuck about them? And don't read balance sheet and technical. Those you can do questions on. Other than that, read the whole book cover to cover. Do not take notes. Just read. Okay? That's all I want you to do is read through it. Then go back and do chapter quizzes. That's the secret to bumping it up. And again, my biggest thing is study in the morning, if you can. If that means you get up and put a couple Pop-Tarts for your kids in front of them, put an iPad in front of them, boom. You're allowed to be a bad mom or dad for 3 weeks. Okay. Okay. Gordo, I love it. Boom. I'm telling you right now, the options I do, my membership options are outstanding. I don't use T-charts. You can say fuck the T-charts or not. That's what you said. I'm not saying that. I am saying it's such an easy way to learn it. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. And again, Aaron and Dominique and all that, we've been ride or die for like months now just to get through this shit. Okay. And the part of it is when the hardest part of this is when you're taking it for the 3rd time, picking a date and then knowing that you have to go, and that's your drop dead date. Like Dominique was fine. I think it was just more, but Aaron and Leah and Alexa, they were all on there. Basically, like if we walk out of there, you're failed. I had a girl at Schwab who was taking it for the 3rd time. So it's funny. I'm not going to tell the whole story, but I think I said this, the day before she took it, the manager came up to her, and it's supposedly a nice guy, and said, I just want to let you know that if you fail, you're fired. Why would you say that? She almost punched him. She goes, I know that. Why the fuck did you say that to me? Well, I was trying to make sure that, no, I know. So it's just like, and then she called me up crying. And she was fine. She ended up passing it. But it's like, why would you do that? Okay. And again, small town, I am so happy for you. It is outstanding. 1 week of, hold on. 1 week of studying. Okay, I need to delete that shit. I can't let anyone know that people can do that. That is pretty outstanding, small town. Most people take at least, the fastest turnaround I've ever seen with a student of mine was 9 days. Took the 7 on like a Monday, and then took the 66 like on a Wednesday or Thursday later. That's crazy. I'm really, really impressed, small town.
Where is that? How many days?
A week. 1 week of studying. I guess my videos help a little bit, but you're a really good test taker, small town. Okay.
That's fair.
Ashley, thank you for coming on. Okay. Okay. Cecilia. It's not Cecilia. Cecilica. Ask questions. So the way we go here, just so you know, guys, I can talk about anything for the SIE 7 and 6 and 24. You ask questions, I pop it on there. If you need free help, go check out the if you want help with tutoring, go to my website, series7exam.org, or reach out to Jeff on the scrolling across the bottom, Jeff at capadvantagetutoring.com. He'll help you out to tell you what tutor you should go if it's not me. Don't forget to check out Michael Weiss over at series7examtutor.com. He's great, and I think he's cheaper than I am. I'm pretty sure he's cheaper than I am. I mean, everyone's jumping up their rates because we're all doing well. Okay. I was going to say, don't forget I have a couple links. So if you want a discount on the SDC stuff, I have a link for that. If you want to get to Achievable, who teaches this shit better than any other vendor, I have a link in my other videos where you can do that. Okay, boom. Amy, no, I can a little bit if there's no other 7 stuff, but this is SIN 7. Thursday night is my 6 and 66. Okay. I'm just going to put this up again because Erin, I wanted to put, and Dominique again, a fucking winner. She's probably gone asleep already, but it's outstanding. I am so happy for you. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Everyone's there for her, right? And this group of people, they're all there for each other. I'm loving it. It's a vibe, baby. Okay. So Cecilica, happy to hit me with a question. Hit me up. Okay. So I'm a big fan of reading. So this is a great question to teach. When you're going through, I am a big fan of reading first, okay? I want you to read before you do anything else, okay? Yeah, that's the first thing. Yeah, by the way, Erin did fucking cry nonstop. But it doesn't matter. She fucking beat the thing. Okay. I'm like just going nuts here. Hold on. The ADD is kicking in bad. Okay. So yeah, anyone studying for any exam, even if you're moving on to the next ones, focus on reading first. That's your goal. You got to focus on reading the book first. That's the goal. You really have to do that. There's no excuse not to. And don't take a lot of notes. Yeah, Gorda, reading takes a lot of time. Fine. Fuck it. I don't give a shit. Get over it. Just get it. Don't remember. Yeah, that's fine. But look, right. So you read through it. Now you're going back and bumping shit up into the 70s. That's where you're going to go because you've read the book. Now you go back and do chapters to find the weakness. Remember, you're trying to find the weakness. Okay. I don't disagree. I think my options membership is great. Also, anyone who needs help, not the SIE, although I'm getting a lot of inquiries about doing an SIE group. Keep that in mind. On the Facebook group, which is FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network, okay, there's a lot of people on there saying they want me to do an SIE group, right? So I may do that. Well, we shall see. Scrolling across the bottom is the name of the Facebook group. Okay. Bebo, I love you too. Gunner. Okay. Bebo, you should, I'm so happy for you. What are you doing now? Okay. And Dominique, I keep saying that, right? I love people saying that, but it is, I am there to help you. And some of the stuff I'm doing is just pure support. Okay. Okay. Edgar. Okay. Okay. Max, you're up next. Okay. Love watching your videos, so straightforward. I grew up playing sports. You remind me of, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. So, like, I played sports my whole life. I coached for 20 years. I reffed over lacrosse for 25 years. So it's less about the fluff. I mean, some of this shit is confidence. I like some of the kids, you get to play, they play, and you're just like, they're not that great, but you tell them that they're good and you hype them up and they play better. So I'm not saying you guys aren't good. I'm kidding. But the point is, if I waste time doing this, you stay on the thing. YouTube loves you, but it's like you fucking take forever to get to the point. Let's just get on and off. Get you on. If I can get you out of here in a minute or so, that's what my wife says all the time. If I can get out of here in a minute or so, I think she can go back to sleep. Okay. Max, don't be worried, baby. Max, we got this, right? How are you scoring? So, Jeff, if you see Max respond, Max, how are you scoring on everything? And guys, I'm about 20 minutes behind. Remember, when you ask a question, please stay and wait because I will answer it. I will get to it eventually. Okay. Might be like at midnight, but I will get to it. So don't be nervous. Where are you scoring? I mean, if you're passing your exam, there's nothing to be nervous about. Yes, be a little nervous, right? That's fine. You can be a little bit nervous for that. But remember, if you're nervous, it means you give a shit. The other thing I tell everyone, you need to change the mindset a little bit. Anxiety and nervousness and excitement are the same chemical. I'm Dr. Ken now. They're the same chemical. So tell yourself, I'm not nervous to take it. I'm fucking jacked to take this. I want to take this. I want to show this fucking thing who's boss. So you have to change your mindset. And anyone who's going to pass, you need to say in here, I'm going to pass. Okay. That's where we're going. Okay. Oh no, Bebo, you can, but I'll only answer 66 questions if I don't have a 7 question or if it's overlap with it. That's Thursday night. So remember, 65, 66 is Thursday night. Unless you're taking the test tomorrow or Thursday, then I'm not a total dick and I will help you out here. Okay. Cisalika. I'm in week 3 of studying. Okay. Are you taking tests, right? So I want you to start thinking, I don't know if you posted, somebody else posted something like this in the Facebook group, and I'm going to try to help you out here. Don't try to memorize. Try to think what they're saying. When they talk about stock, think of Shark Tank. That's like not Kevin, he does debt, but like Mark Cuban or something else. They're buying a piece of the company. Think of that. So if you have common stock, you own part of the company. What rights do you get when you own the company? Stuff like that. Actually, if you go check out my Blue Collar Finance, I'm starting a new sort of video thing for the SIE where I go over the parts of it all. And I have a nice podcast between 2 people. It's pretty awesome. Very simple. Okay. It'll help a lot because it really breaks down the topics pretty well. This is the thing. Don't look at it as a big thing. Master your common stock. And then when you feel good about it, move on. You may forget some of it, but get good at it. Get yourself to be comfortable with it. Then move on. And this is where GPT comes in. Either use my tutoring services or go to GPT and say, listen, I don't understand fucking preemptive rights. Explain it to me like I'm an idiot. Here's one thing I'm going to tell you. Do not use AI for details. Do not use AI for details because it hallucinates. It uses old rules. It's not good for that. So you want to use GPT to throw a couple questions at you, fine. If you wanted to explain what common stock is, fine. If you wanted to give you like a big picture, shit like that, totally cool. Do not use it for like, oh, what rule is this? Do not use it to figure out margin. Do not use it to figure out math because sometimes it's wrong. But here's the great thing. It's like me. If I'm wrong, I can find the mental gymnastics to make them think I'm right. I practice against my wife all the time. She calls me out on shit and I do I'm like fucking Simone Biles the way I can try to spin shit around and try to make me sound right. And I'm telling you right now, if GPT said something wrong and you challenge it, it will come up with a reason why it's right. So again, big picture. You can ask, but I'm probably not going to answer them unless I have stuff. Okay, here we go. I am taking the essay on Thursday. I'm super nervous. I'm usually achievable to. Well, okay. So Nora, you're doing well. Here's what you want to do. You want to see where you are? Go to my exam walkthrough playlist. I have a playlist of exam walkthroughs. The first 7, where the hell are they? I already have the playlist things. Here we go. Okay. I plan. I guarantee that when AI tries to do my You know, they do the caption underneath it. It probably goes fucking nuts because I don't say a complete sentence. So that link I just put in there is all like my exams where I take exams online. Okay. Rachel will get you. Boom. We're going to get there. Okay. That link has tests. Now, Noah. Okay. Go to that one. And the first 4 or 5 are all SIE exams. 2 or 3 achievable, but the first one mimics the real exam, okay? The first one mimics the real exam, okay? So I want you to go take that, and then I'm not going to answer a lot of questions on Thursday. Oh, no, you're taking it Thursday. So you're going to come on Thursday, tell me you passed. Take that one either tonight or tomorrow morning with me, press pause, answer yourself, and then hear how I answer and explain it, and see how you do. I think it's the first one in the playlist. It'll help you a lot. Anyone do want to do that with a 7, roll about 5 down, and you'll start seeing the 7 stuff. And if you really want to challenge yourself for the 7 takers, find my Are You Ready exam. It's a good one. It's like 100 questions, and it's the same vibe as a test. Well, I'll leave it at okay. Right. So we talked about that. If you have a fund of funds, it's still liquid because it's a mutual fund, but it has extra fees, double fees, and anyone can buy. But you probably should only give it to a sophisticated investors. And that's awesome. I know that the CE stuff is actually definitely coming. Oh, wait, Lara, you might be gone already, but you're all done. Like you're literally done. That's awesome. Okay. Carrie, again, that is outstanding. Sue, I forgot. I had to get you. I didn't miss you. I knew you talked to me before. Okay. First of all, you can't just say that and not get something, right? We're going to have a little, what can I do? We're going to hear a repeat, I guess. But this is why we... There you go. 3 freedoms for you, baby. Now, you're taking the 63 on June 2nd. That's more than enough time. Focus on reading the book. Focus on reading the book. Focus on reading the book. And then anyone taking the 63, make sure you have the ethics down. You have to make sure you get the ethics down. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, you actually have to get the ethics down. Okay. Okay, so as general stuff, yes, I have a whole playlist. Find my crash course playlist. It'll help you a lot. But if you're just starting, don't worry about that. Focus on the playlist, the main playlist. Yeah, I'm not funny. I mean, I try to be funny, but whatever it is. Again, talk to my family. And my jokes, it's like deadpan. They've learned not to smile because they think it encourages me. So tips and tricks, yeah, I have them in the playlist. Find the crash course. I have a 60. Now, guys, remember, this is for all those who pass the 7 and move on to the 66, right? You want to make sure that when you watch the videos, you don't just look at the 66 ones. The 63 videos are also for the 65 and 66. I'm not allowed to upload the same video twice with 2 different titles. It doesn't work that way. I probably could do it now, but it's just been so long, but whatever. There you go. They don't have an age. That's awesome. That works. Bebo, see, those are great things. I have a gorilla style video. I have a quick and dirty. I have 2 quick and dirties. 63 quick and dirty, and then the 66. Okay. Jace. Okay. Whoop, whoop. There we go. Okay. Let's go. Here, let's do it. I got one. Oh, do I have it? Okay. I'm going to make you suffer through this. That's too long. I'm going to make you watch this one. Jace, this is for you. You've been studying your ass off. You got good night's sleep. You've been reading. You have your dump sheet done. You're going to walk in there like a fucking badass. You're going to get this, okay? Yeah. This is the day. You've been working. This is what it all leads to. Today. This is the thing. You're going to go in there. You're going to read every fucking word. You're going to come out there like a champ. I know you're going to feel like you're failing the whole time, but you're not, because you're going to do this. You're going to nail this thing. There you go, Jace. We got this. Hold on. There you go. There you go, Jace. Probably didn't hear me say it. There you go, Jace. We got this. Now get the fuck off my live. Go get some sleep. Go watch my quick and dirty. Get the hell off here, Jason. Go bang this thing out. Okay. Okay. Rachel. Okay, no more exams, baby. Just review. Watch my crash course. Go over customer accounts. Anyone taking the 7, read customer accounts the day before. The day before, read customer accounts. You have to read customer accounts. It's not that it's heavily tested, but it's low-hanging fruit and easily enough tested. That's the thing. It's easy, low-hanging fruit. It's heavily tested. And why give that shit up? And you want it top of mind. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Didn't you just hit the SIE? Okay, hold on 1 second. Nor, you're up next. I'm only 14 minutes behind. Okay. Okay, they can't. So when is the cutoff for expiration, baby? Do we know when the cutoff for expiration is? 5:30. I think there is a way to do it after, but it's late. I think it's the 5:30 is a cutoff. But there's loopholes. Can I? There you go. No, you can't. It's official cutoff time, baby. The answer is a no. They are shit out of luck, baby. So on expiration day, if they try to give you a exercise notice after 5:30, the answer is nope, nix, never. Okay, that's the deal on that. So in options, stop trading at 4 p.m. The exercise notice is 5:30. That's the last time you can do it, and then at 11:59 at night they expire. What's funny is that you remember, Jeff? Do you remember it used to be the Saturday after the third Friday?
Yep.
So back in the early 80s, it was it wasn't the same where everything's online. We had to actually deliver the exercise notices, right? So and I was a runner. So 83, 82. I was like 14, 15 years old. I was a runner.
You were a runner?
Oh yeah, for a couple broker dealers. That's how I started, right? And
I think you meant running, like you were a runner, like.
Oh no. Well, I was. I used to be thin. By the way, I used to run 800. 152 was my fastest time. Look that up. That's not fucking slow. Okay. Now, I was fast for the long distance guys, but slow for the sprinters. So they said I'll run the 800 and the 400. Anyway, back to this. So I used to be. So I mean, imagine 14-year-old. You're running around the city delivering fucking packages, right? But here's the best part. This is why the 80s was the best. So we knew that we had to deliver, but we had to deliver everything by Saturday. Remember, the expiration of options is midnight. So all the delivery of exercise notices had to be actually hand delivered by that time. So I know every third Friday of the month in the summer, it was like 3 times. And then I did it for a few years. I knew I was staying over. My mom knew I wasn't coming home. Because basically you had the next day. That afternoon in the 80s, remember you could buy tickets without a fucking name on it. Right before all that shit happened. So basically we would be out till 4 a.m. and then they would get me in the bar because again, nobody cared. But anyway, I'd be delivering shit all over Midtown at like 3 o'clock in the morning to make sure it got there. Because remember, we had till Saturday. That's why it's Friday now, because it's electronic. So it was an interesting life. 13, 14 years old, running around the city in the subway at 3 a.m. And in the 80s, how I lived and how my mom was dumb enough to let me do that, I have no idea. Okay. Now, let's keep going. Nor taking it Thursday. Oh, Gorda, that's an interesting question. So, okay, you're taking it next Thursday. I don't know the chapters, but you need to have suitability down. You obviously have to have options down. I would make sure debt in general, make sure munis are solid. Now remember, munis you have to be solid on, right? But it doesn't mean you have to know every little bit. You have to be comfortable with munis. You have to know what the legal opinion is, a notice of sale, all that shit, okay? Make sure, again, suitability. But remember, suitability isn't always just, grandma wants this and what percentage. A lot of it's like, what are the risks? Why would you not do something? Stuff like that. It's more nuanced than that. Okay. But yeah, just keep taking tests and none on Wednesday. Review my crash course, but make sure the day before you read customer accounts know. That's going to help you. Mitchell, thank you for joining options. I love it. That's awesome. You're going to love them. Just and if you join the membership, find the options math playlist and start with number 1 and work your way through. Within an hour, you'll be crying and wishing the entire test was options. Okay. So I can help you a little bit with the 63 stuff. If it doesn't, but you got Thursday. We can go Thursday. If I don't have a lot of questions on the 7th. Okay. It's 5/22, baby. That's my son's birthday, so you better pass. Okay. Okay. So here's my thing. What the fuck are you looking for? Look at her achievable readiness score, 99. Her average is 84, and on 79, she's averaging 72. Noah, You're good. You got this. There's a song with Noah. I have to think about it. Because you're going to
question, because I've seen this pop up a lot. A lot of people are taking the regular exams, but they take the Kaplan Q Bank and then they score lower.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because Kaplan is way more detailed than tricky. Like, I always joke that Kaplan, when they ask, like, the option questions on the real exam are pretty straightforward. They're not easy, but they're straightforward, right? But, like, Kaplan will be like, okay, well, John bought an option. And then a week later, he sold it to Jeff. And then Jeff took half of it, took one of it, then there's a stock split. And then he sold it to Mary, who then gifted to her nephew, and they got a stock dividend. What's the name of the bus driver? Literally, that's the way they do those questions. So what happens is, like, I knew a guy who couldn't get over 62 on the options on Kaplan. And this guy's a smart guy, a major. He went to Miami University, fucking summa cum laude, couldn't get over 62 on Kaplan options. And he took the test. He goes, I don't think I got one wrong. Now, yeah, but his idea was that there was so much more straightforward. Kaplan questions are legit more difficult. And especially if you read one vendor and then go to Kaplan, it makes it harder. Because switching vendors makes it hard. But that's what she said. So, but the thing is, we have their options. I had a guy who couldn't get over 62 in general, but I worked with him and he was solid. But for some reason, he just kept screwing up the option stuff, and he passed the exam. Like he couldn't get a. I talked about the one guy who couldn't get over 62 in the options. This guy, his highest score on all of Kaplan was a 62 or 63, maybe 64, and he passed. So keep in mind that if you're passing Kaplan, you know enough to pass, as long as you're not memorizing.
Well, Gordo, if you look at the current message, Gordo just verified basically what you said regarding Kaplan and then passing the exam.
Got it. Look at this. I love Dominique. The 24th Sunday nights. Now, it's this Sunday I'm doing it, but next Sunday I'm not. Okay? So this Sunday I'm doing it, but if you want to give yourself a little bit of a break. But yeah, my 24 classes are on Sunday nights. But how about this? In January, I had about 8 or 9 people in it. I'm down to 1 because they all passed. So literally, I was had him last night on Sunday night. It was just a lesson, just me and him alone. And for $160 a month, it's not bad. Okay. Paradoxical. Boom. Okay, June 6th, D-Day. I can't remember. My dad died either on the 3rd, June 3rd or June 6th. It's one of them. I don't remember. Okay. Well, I got these dates are stuck in my head. Yeah. So that was a summer. So remember, so I'm in 7th grade. It was like 11, 10, I don't know. I was 7th grade going into 8th, right? So I must have been 11. Because I entered high school as a 13-year-old. I entered senior year of high school as a 16-year-old. So I'm in September, right? So I remember he died, and then I had to go back to school. They didn't have finals, thank God. I got a pass. But then I go to Camp Maris, and I come back, my mom moved. Literally, we were living in one house. I come back, we're in a new place. It's like, what the fuck? I guess she had to give me the address or something, but whatever. It's very weird. Okay. So anyways, back now that I go on a diatribe. We got this, baby. Just remember, by the way, paradoxical, I hope you're reading the book. And I hope you're taking tests. Because I'm telling you right now, as much as my fucking playlist videos are outstanding, they are a supplement to reading and doing tests. Okay. Look at this. Rhea. I love it. Boom. Yeah, no, the class would run. It's what I do, like, to understand how this works, right? So every Friday night, I have a series 65, 66 class for membership for $25. And then after that on Friday nights, I have a 7 class at 7 p.m. I do that on purpose, 7 at 7. And then options at 8, but every Friday night. So I would do the SIE probably on a Wednesday, or maybe I do it on Sunday. I'm not sure. I have to figure it out. Okay. Oh, there's Jasmine. There's the one who was upset. She was really upset. And by the way, I loved your name in the Facebook group. When you do anonymous, you can make your own name, but I can see the name. No one else can, but I can. So I just blew her anonymity. But she's going to be. By the way, how much fucking support did you get? Oh, Michael, I didn't even get to him. How much support, Jasmine, did you get? Everyone was giving you advice. everyone's giving you like that it's been to them. You're not fucking alone. When you fail, remember it's a 30-day problem in a 20-year career, even if it happens twice. And by the way, 71 is literally the worst score ever. But it's weird, the 65, I think you need a 70. You need 91 questions right, but people get 90.7, which is fucking nuts or whatever it is. So don't worry about this, Jasmine. We got you, baby. We got you. Okay. Michael, I didn't see this. Michael Fosnot. I'm trying to see if that's a fake name. Mike Fosnot? No, okay, we're good. Okay. You know, like Mike Hunt and stuff like that. Okay. Where are we going? You'll get a good one since I missed you. And if you do like that shit, that's called two cellos. They're fucking outstanding. Okay. Now, Michael, that's awesome. They're saying 63 done. Now you just need the 7, right? So I'm getting a lot of college kids now, and this is great. I have a couple guys that are juniors taking the SIE and then the 63 before like their internship, which is great. Like one of them's at RBC or UBS, and I said, see if they'll sponsor, because he passed the 63 already and the SIE. I said, see if they'll sponsor you for the 7. But they won't. Well, they should. You know, just get it out of the way, but whatever. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Noah, me. Oh, Paradoxal, yes. FFA, I work with them. Hold on, let me get to you. Okay. Yeah, no, listen, Noah, don't try to memorize. What you do, I'm going to tell you right now, when you do with like dumb sheets, when you see them online, it's not for you to write everything. It's not for you to memorize everything. It's for you to pick and choose what works for you, okay? So you want to pick what works for you, not everything on there. Go, oh, I need that. It's kind of like you have a big cloud of shit and you go, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this. You pick and choose what ones you think you're having trouble with, and that's the ones you worry about. That's really the deal, okay? Oh, my Twitter's popping off today. Okay, now, do you know anything? Yeah, so FFA, I work with them right now. So and then they use achievable stuff. They're great, okay? I like them. They're growing so fast. I just did a call with them. I told you about this, right, Jeff? So she called me up and said, can you come in on a Monday? Because I teach once a week. And she goes, can you do Monday? I go, sure. Then she goes, can I call you? I'm like, yeah. She goes, I got to warn you that it's not the same 15, 20 people. She said it's about 400 people. So I ended up being, I think, 350 people on there. But yeah, so they're super supportive. They're really good. I love them. I think they're great. So it's good stuff. I don't know whether they pay or not. I have no idea. I don't know that much about them, but they're growing. I think they have Florida and they're working along the southern coast. And I think they have a couple in like Alabama, Louisiana. They're into Texas. And I think eventually getting out to California. They're growing, which is great. And that's Jeff. That's the thing you always talk about, that Jeff is big on the 65 as a standalone. That's kind of the way a lot of places are going, right? Where you don't need the 7 so much, right? Yes, the big firms like UBS, RBC, you do, right? But there's a lot of places like Betterment and FFA where you just need this, just need the 65, and you can earn, and that's a kind of a cool thing. We're not going to get into that too big tonight, but and I'll do that Thursday. But it's kind of cool that you can just literally get your 65, hang up a shingle. I mean, you got to work for someone at first, and just manage money and not worry about FINRA or any of that shit. Okay. So FFA, I like them a lot. I think it's the same people I deal with, because I think they're called Florida Financial Advisors. Okay. Boom. Okay. Brandy, I'm excited you're on here. I am so excited to see people on here. I've been doing this for 5 years now, 6 years. So I started it right before COVID, I think, right? Is that what we did? Right. Okay. Yep. Yes. So I started doing, Jeff is the one who told me, just go on live, see what you do. And then when COVID hit, I said, I'll do it 2 nights a week. And it's funny, it always, no matter how many people I have almost 100,000 subscribers, it always stays around 60, 65 people. Then, it almost hits 1,000 sometimes as people rewatch it. But it's kind of cool. Okay. When I first started, people didn't want to come on because they thought it was a scam. They thought of me just going to sell shit. They go, oh, you're actually answering questions. Yeah, I'm not trying to sell shit. I may upsell you, but you can still get your questions answered. Okay.
Sell me this pen. Sell me this pen.
Oh, God, I know. Fucking A. Yeah. And I see so many videos. It's just like we were talking about that today. Show me. Remember, it's sell me the tie. But really, remember, I was talking about the tutors. It was show me how to do the tie. Show me how to not sell it to me, but whatever. Yeah, I have a pen. You sign a contract. There's always a good video where they show you how to do it. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. I have to say, if somebody ever said that to me, I think I'd get up and walk out with the pen. Okay. I'm taking the 65. I say, okay, good, Vic. We got you, baby. You're gonna nail this thing. I know you are. Tell me you're gonna pass. Okay. Jay, I don't know. That's the thing. It depends where you are, right? Like if you like I had Michael LaRosa, right? So Michael LaRosa failed the 7 3 times, right? But he passed the 66 the first time. But he's a compliance guy, so and then he took the 24 twice. He's not a good test taker, but he passed it the second time because he's a regulations guy. So the thing with the 65 is a lot more regulations than the 63, 65. To be fair, the 63 compared to the 66, 65 is easy, okay? Not easy to pass without studying, but it's easier. It's then the 65, 66, it depends on your strength, okay? So like if you have, if you really like the regs, like not the regs, who likes regs? Nobody likes fucking regs. But if you're good with the Series 7 stuff, right, then the 65 is probably better for you. But if you like the regs and you didn't mind the 63, you can do the 66. Here's a good thing. You can do either one. I think you can do the 66, and if you fail, you can do the 65 the next day. Okay. Yeah, Gordo, right. Exactly. Okay. Kaplan is tough and tricky. Makes me feel dumb on topics. Yeah, I'm telling you, they make you feel dumb. They do. They make me feel dumb. More dumber than I think I am. So, Jay, my mom lives in Naples, so I might be going to Miami for July 4th. I might be. We don't know. We're going to make a last-minute decision. And the next time I'll be down in that area probably be maybe maybe August or but if I go to Naples, Jay, I'll announce it on here. So so means you got to watch every time, or just email me, and if I go, I'll email you. We'll go out for a drink. Okay. Go to South Beach. I can show up in a rockin' bod. But the problem is, if I go in the water, you know what happens, right? The manatee bells go off. Okay, so now I'm currently studying in for the SIE. This will be third time taking. Boom, that's awesome, Christina. I love it. Just read the book. Just read the book. Get through the book the first time, and then worry about the other stuff. Just get through the book one time. Yeah, so you know what? Paradoxal, you are working for FFA because they use Achievable exclusively. And usually what they do is they give you the Kaplan Q Bank, which is always a good idea. So you're studying for this, Christina. I love it. Just get through the book. I love it. Go into the videos, do that. Join a study group. Find a study group in Facebook. On that Facebook group, find a study group. And I'm telling you, you find a nice tribe, they will support you. Like Aaron and Dominique and Lee and all them and Ashley and Hannah, they all got together, not even the same groups, but they kind of lifted each other up. I mean, all these girls failed it multiple times. And once they got together, boom, 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 like fucking dominoes, they knocked that shit down. Okay. I like Daniel. Okay. Yeah. Listen, that's fine. So this is what, if you really want to test yourself, I'm a massive fan. And I was talking to Brian and Todd about this. I'm a massive fan of multiple vendors, right? So because they was like, why don't you just push one vendor? I said, I don't want to. So I'm not a fan of reading multiple vendors. We were talking about that, but I am a fan of a second Q bank. I'm absolutely a fan of another Q bank to challenge yourself. And the problem is Kaplan is the only one that sells a Q bank. No one else does. I've talked to them. They're going to do the whole pack. They only do the package. ExamFX doesn't do it. Pest Perfect doesn't do it. SCC doesn't do it. So if you get Achievable, feel free to buy the Kaplan Q Bank for like the $50. And if you go on the Facebook group, there's a really fucking killer code for it. There's a massive discount link, but you got to go on the Facebook group and ask for it. They'll give it to you. Okay. So Christina, you're close, right? So yeah, you're literally a question and a half away. So by you rereading the book, it's going to make a difference. Okay, by you rereading the book and then doing chapter quizzes, it's absolutely going to help you. I promise you. Okay, Diana. Okay, wow. That's incredible. I'm telling you, the mass. So Jeff, you don't know. You're going to hear me talk about this over the years. The master exam and the practice exam for Kaplan are like confidence killers. They make it where it's just like if I take that, Like I get mad. I get when I review that with people, I get physically angry. It's so hard. And it's like they find the most nuanced little thing. And the fact that you got a goddamn 83 on it, as long as you're not memorizing, you're in great shape. Go, Diana, go take my one. Go take my video where I take the exam. Do it tonight, do it tomorrow morning, and then jump on the live or come in the Facebook group and message me. Tell me how it went. Because I'm telling you right now, that video will help you a ton. That one Am I Ready video, either watch it straight through or pause and try to answer yourself. And this is what I tell everyone. I made 2 mistakes on there. Your job is to find them, people. I have that Series 7 exam online. I made 2 mistakes. Your job is to find them. What do you get for that? Fucking nothing, but pride. Okay. Here we go. Good. I love it. That's awesome. Jacksonville's great. Okay. Okay, the Facebook page going across the bottom. It's FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. FINRA and NASA Exam Test Prep Network. Okay. You know, when I first read this, I read that as something different. Okay, so now, is taking the exam easier than, well, because I'm thinking the whole Biden and thinking proctology and all that. So now, is the taking exam easier than going to the proctor? You mean online? Well, I'm not a fan of look, the SIE is the only one you can take online without a reason. Okay. Again, the SIE is the only one you can take online without a reason. But the problem with the online stuff is like you better make sure you have you better make sure everyone in your house is not coming back while you're taking it. I promise you, if they walk in that room or yell, you're gonna get in trouble. You got to do it. You don't get paper. You get one piece of tissue paper. You can bring a drink in there. The computer is on the calculator is on the screen. The notepad is on the screen. So if you want to decide whether you want to do pro proctor and take it online or in person, I want you to try one test where everything you do is on the screen. Don't have any paper. Bring up the little fucking calculator that you get, that crappy Windows calculator. Bring up a notepad and use that as your stuff. And if you can do that, then you can take it online. But there's a horror story, and it got fixed. But somebody in the group was taking the test, and her 4-year-old walked in the room. And Pro Proctor shut it down and accused her of cheating. She called face. She was bawling. I mean, that guy felt so bad because she's like, I wasn't cheating, blah, blah. And her boss got shown it, that's all this shit, right? And they were angry at it. And then she went to FINRA, and FINRA goes, we reviewed the tapes. Obviously, your 4-year-old wasn't handing you fucking notes. So they explained, they took everything off. I think they wrote a letter she said, you can't accuse me of that. So her bosses are finding everything, and she got another tape. She passed it. But online happens, okay? In person, your 4-year-old's not walking in the room. And if there's any power outages, that's on them, not you. Okay. Oh, yeah, Haiti, I'll get you on that. Okay. So, Vanessa, I'm almost up to you. I've been getting 60. Okay, Series 7 Kappa practice. Okay. Okay, so Jill Young. So this is what I tell everyone. If you're stuck in a rut, change it up. It almost rhymes. If you're stuck in a rut, change it up. Doesn't really rhyme, but I'm going to pretend it does. Do something different. Go read the book. Read some chapters. Maybe watch videos. Take a break. Go on vacation. Something. Change it. Not really vacation. Take a day off. Literally, take a day off and go hang out with your friends for a day or two. Take the weekend off. Take Memorial Day off. Memorial Day weekend. Whatever it is, change something up. That's your best bet, is to change it up. So if you're stuck in a rut, and maybe that means go get another vendor, maybe borrow a book from somebody and read those chapters. But find and again, Kaplan does a great job with their performance tracker. They have a thing that tracks everything where you are and almost to the question. So go over there, find out your lowest scores. Now, here's the other thing. If you're in the 66 range and it's options or margin or the hard questions that are screwing you up, you're actually probably better off than you think you are. Okay. But I would definitely change it up. Haiti. Okay. Marshall, I'll get to you. I'm not that far. Okay. Vanessa, you're up next. You're in good shape there. So here's when I tell people to reread the 7 after they miss. Don't reread options, do practice questions. Don't reread margin, do practice questions. Don't reread DPPs. Nobody gives a fuck about them. And the technical and fundamental, just 2 questions. But don't dive deep in that shit, right? You have to know like what's on a balance sheet, what's on an income statement, the different technical and fundamental, and don't worry about all the math. You may have PE and earnings per share, but other than that, you're not going to get a lot of math on it. So again, everything but options, margin, DPPs, and fundamental and technical stuff. Everything else, read those. You can just do questions on. And DPPs, just let it go. Kiss it up to God. Okay, so Vanessa, you don't need my help. You're good. You got a 92. So depending, if it's East Coast, what the fuck are you doing in my live? You should be in bed. But go, depending what group you have. If you have Kaplan, I think they have tips. If you have STC, get the crunch time facts, which they have. If you have Notman, I think they have a key topics. I think Achievable has a cheat sheet. Go over my crash course. I would say read customer accounts one last time if you can. But find my crash course. It's like 7 or 8 videos, maybe 9. None of them are that long. Especially and at worst, if you only have time for one, find my masterclass video. That'll help a ton. And then be confident. Tell me you're going to pass. I want you to type in here. Everyone taking the test before next Tuesday, before I see you again. I want you to type in the chat, I'm going to pass. Not I need to pass. Not I want to pass. I'm going to pass. Okay. Now, Marshall. And by the way, Vanessa, if that's your first time taking it, you're fucking rock solid. If you got a 92 in the FINRA exam, you're solid. Okay. Yeah, you know what happens? Sometimes you get the wordy ones. So here's my thing. I only use Mark for Review for 2 things. One, if you see a question and it's truly 50-50, not 70-30, 50-50, okay? So it has to be not overthinkers 50-50, where 70-30 is 50-50. Literally go, I have to flip a coin between the two. Mark for Review, come back to it later. The other one is if they're super long, but it's a topic you know. Like if it's something you don't know, just pick an answer and move on. But if it's something you know, but it's like, oh my God, it's such a long question. First, read the last line, then the 4 choices, and decide, can you answer it? If you can, move it in the review, come back to it later. Here's my thing. Do not clog up the Mark for Review with shit you don't know. Because then what'll happen is you'll never get to the stuff you can answer. Okay. Yeah, I got it. At home, I'm not a fan. Okay. Oh, Macklin. Okay. Yeah, boast, you can. Tomorrow morning, it'll show up from the beginning. Okay. Okay. Mackin. That's awesome. That is outstanding. Where am I going to go?
You'll never take me alive.
Boom, baby, Macklin, baby. Macklemore. That is outstanding. I got to have a soundboard so I can like pick shit. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Yes. And boast. Yes. I like to boast. So boast. That's good. Okay. Yeah, you can watch it. I think within an hour or 2 it's on, and by tomorrow morning, the full thing's on there. It just does it on its own. Okay. Yeah. Jill, do the walkthrough and then come back. Even though Thursday is NASA night, if you want to come in and give me an update on Thursday, that's fine. I just won't answer any Series 7 and SIE questions unless they also overlap with the 65, 66. I did find that makes life easier that everyone's focused on one thing instead of having to listen to shit you don't care about, other than my ramblings. Again, remember something. Before I jump off here, we got a couple more minutes. Check out Achievable. They're great. I have a link for it. I have a link for SDC with a 15% discount. Check out Series 7 Exam Tutor. Check out my tutoring, Series 7 Exam.org. I have 2 other tutors on there, and Jeff's bringing on another one for next week and maybe a 4th one in June sometime. They're going to have all different. So even if you can't afford my exorbitant rates, there's great tutors at different levels. And sometimes a tutor, all you need is love. All you need is someone to give you a little love, to just talk to you. Sometimes to bounce ideas off. So maybe you don't need the $200 guy, that greedy bastard. Maybe you need the $120 or the $50 guy who you can bounce ideas off and maybe give you another idea. It really does help. It's got to have a little bit. A lot of times what I'm doing is therapy session. You can ask Aaron or Dominique or Leah. Most of my shit, they knew their stuff. I'm telling you, they knew their shit. I just had to unlock it. That's really all I was doing. Because they are strong fucking. And I am not one of these people that are simp that talk about women being strong all the time. I know we're better. No, I'm kidding. But I am impressed by these fuckers. They never fucking gave up. Okay. And Vanessa, let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. I love it. You're going to pass this thing. You're going to nail this shit. Okay. I guess that's it. Right? And we're done. Okay. That is outstanding. I love it. Okay. I'm gonna head out. You guys can hang out and talk to each other if you want, but I'm going to play now, but it's funny. Ever since I'm playing that Entourage clip, I started watching it again. Have you ever seen Entourage?
I've seen a couple episodes, but not a lot.
It's but you know it's Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah.
It's fun. I love watching. Now I watched the first 3 or 4 seasons without knowing that. Then I went back and started watching. It was fun. Okay. Anyway, let's go, baby. I'm out of here. I'm gonna play this for you. Oh, not that long one. Here we go. Go watch Ari kill some people.
Jesse, how have you been?
I've been
Great. I'm back, and you're fired. Hello, all. No need to run. Your fates have already been sealed. You're safe.
Oh my God.
You're safe for now. Hello, nice to see you. Who's your best client?
Jesus. I represent John and Kate Pussy.
Where are you, Davies?
All right. I'm already packing to save myself the indignity.
That's too bad.
Ari, Jesus Christ! Did you lost your mind, Ari?
Now, where's Lloyd Lee?
Mr. Lee knew that you were coming, Mr. Gold. He decided not to wait for your arrival.
Now, why don't I believe you? Now, Lloyd, maybe you're not here. Maybe you are. Either way, you have nothing to fear because I'm not gonna kill you. I love you. You see, even though you betrayed me, you were the best.